Hello guys, welcome to today's video. Right, this we're going to be talking about the psychology behind not seeing the right setup. Now, this is a very important topic, a very important aspect, right? So I feel like we should really talk about it, and so that some of you would understand the entirety of trading, right? What trading? You should not lose focus, right? Don't lose focus so that you don't get derailed along the line, right? Now, I think I've explained in the past the different aspects. I think that was the day one where I talked about SMC proper, when I was talking about um, the different areas of trading. We have technical analysis, fundamental analysis, and we talked about psychology, right? And I said, as I'm doing the technical analysis, teaching you guys SMC, I would make out 1 or 2 days or 1 day per week to talk about psychology, right? The psychological aspect of the market, because you cannot be profitable. It's the truth. You cannot be a profitable trader with just technical analysis. You can know all the technical know-how, but if you cannot handle the psychological aspect of trading, it is going to be very difficult for you to be profitable. It is not, it is a fact, right? So here I tell you how it is. I'm not telling you what is going to excite you, right? Not what you want to hear, but the truth as it is. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about psychology of not what seeing the right setups in trading. Definitely, right? Now, brain tricks. One major point, my talking point is going to be brain tricks. Now, the brain, it hates uncertainty, right? So it tends to force patterns where there are no patterns. It hates uncertainty, so it tends to form patterns where there are no patterns. It means that in a case whereby your mind is so anxious to catch a trade, okay, you are so anxious to catch a trade, your eyes would be seeing setups that are not even there, right? I don't know how to explain it, but setups that are not even there, and this happens because of certain kind of emotions, and some of those emotions is impatience and the need to always be in the market. You just want to always be in the market, you just want to trade, right? There is a time to trade, there's a time not to trade, there's a time to just study, right? You don't want to overdo it. I know we are excited to learn technical analysis because we want to be a good trader, want to be a successful trader, but there's a time for you to also rest and leave the screen. Now, that is why you should always have your checklist with you. It means checklist simply means your trade checklist. What and what I need to see before going into a trade. If I don't see it, there is no trade. It's as simple as that. No setup, no trade. What does that mean? It means when I come into the market, right, and I look at the chart and the market is not showing me those key points on my checklist, it means there's no trade. All I need to do is to what? Avoid the market and allow more price action to play out. When more price action plays out on the chart, then of course I will now be able to go back and check, right? If not, you're going to be what? Forcing trades, right? You're going to be forcing trades where there are no setups. You're going to be drawing lines, imaginary lines on the chart where there is no clear setup, and that will be wiping you out. It happens all the time. Okay, the next point is FOMO. Because of the fear of missing out, a lot of traders, because you don't want to miss a move. Now, I always tell my students that you can never catch every move in the market. In fact, you are not meant to catch every move. We know the probability of trading, right? No matter the strategy you trade, you can never get it 100%. That is why FOMO, you must avoid FOMO, fear of missing out. It leads to over trading and it leads to bad decisions. Okay, it leads to over trading, it leads to bad decisions, especially when you miss the first move, right? Missing a move makes traders to jump into the next one without structural confirmation. Oh, the market has left me behind, let me just enter with market price. That's a bad decision. Oh, because you don't want to miss out of that trade, there will be always a chance for you to get a continuation trade. You just need to wait it out. You just need to. Sometimes it can take you 1 day, 2 days, and you don't see a trade. It's not bad. You don't see it. It is not bad, right? Because you can never catch every move based on what you now know. Based on what you know, right? Don't be carried away with social media, some posts you see on social media. Don't. Have your own personal journey. It is very important, right? Have your own personal journey. Okay. Accept that the market would what always give you another opportunity, another setup. We have seen setup that takes 16 hours, 20 hours to play out. We have seen some trades that you enter, it will take you two days to play out. We have seen some trades that will be ranging and will not even give you any form of structure. Now there's no structure, it means there's no clear confirmation, especially you trading SMC. It's very important. Real setups are usually clean and they are repeatable. It means it will repeat itself again. You will see the structures there, structure confirmation, liquidity sweep. Okay, there will be a displacement from a particular point of interest, right? It means a demand or a supply zone. There will be a form of liquidity. There will be a retest of that point of interest where market first bought from. That's where you want to take a trade. Clear, right? Now, whenever you are in doubt of a particular setup, it's better not to take the trade, right? I've always tell you guys the importance of what taking trading as a business. This is not something you just want to run into where there are no clear structures. Okay, for example, I think we were talking about ETH yesterday, and we're looking at this what's it called, this area of interest and this area of interest. Now we are saying, okay, market has tapped into this area, we want to see impulsive moves to this side, or market tap into this area, we want to see impulsive moves. These are two zones. It means two areas of interest where market can buy or sell from. Even with the impact of the news and there was a rate cut, there was no much momentum, right? No much momentum in the market. We saw a pump, we saw a dump. It was not even clear. Now, no clean structures here, right? Till we see, oh, market breaking above these highs, giving good structures, market breaking above these lows, giving good structures, then we enter. But at this point, for me, I'm not seeing a trade. Another trader with another strategy might have seen a trade on this, but for me, based on what I trade, there is no setup. What do? Do I kill myself to go and start drawing different imaginary lines just because I want to catch a trade, just because I want to make money? Then you now end up losing money. It's very important that as traders you learn. So now I want to really talk about so forget about missing out. Why? The market will always create another opportunity. Forget about missing out. Oh, I've missed this setup, I've missed. No, don't let that emotion control you. Okay, now mindset shift to stay patient and disciplined. You can never be a profitable trader. In fact, if you're trading SMC, you are not patient, you are not disciplined. Discipline means following what you have set aside. I've taught you guys, we have talked about trade checklists, things you need to see in the market, following it, sticking to that constant risk, sticking to that risk per reward. That's a good sorry guys, distracted. Football. That's a good goal. Okay, sticking to that risk per reward, fixed risk per reward on every trade. It is discipline. Taking trading as a business, right? Some setup takes time to play out before the structure would even shift. You need to wait for it. Don't be impulsive, right? Because you can never predict the direction of the market 100%. You can have your directional bias, then you wait for confirmation, then you take your trade based on your strategy. As simple as that. But most times, right? Most times traders don't want to. You don't want to stick to your trading plan. In fact, you don't even have one. There is no risks, there's no rules. Based on your character, the trading, you're going to start losing money, and you'll be like wondering, with all this knowledge, why am I still losing money? Why? Because you have no rule for yourself. You don't have a rule, you don't have a risk rule. No go. Goal cancelled. Funny. Now, no risks, no rules, no risk management practice, no trading plan. Come on, right? You don't always journal your trades, you don't do trade reviews. If the trade is successful, if the trade hits a stop loss, nothing, right? No discipline on that trade, then you would have been watching technical videos for just nothing. You just be watching technical videos for excitement, right? The knowledge will be there, but you will not be making money. That is not what trading is about. Now you have those technical knowledge, you must back it up with patience and discipline. Write your rules down and follow it. I'm giving you, guys, I know most of you will be bored, like, oh, what's Matthew talking about? But this is actually the thing that most traders will not tell you, right? You'll be seeing flashy cars, you'll be seeing trade wins and money. You would not know what is behind that, right? You'll be wishing that, when am I going to be successful like this guy? When am I going to be making such money like this guy? Those people have handled the psychological aspect of trading. They have tackled their emotions, they have plan, they follow risk management, they have a good system that they follow with discipline. But no, new traders, you guys are so excited, you're so impulsive, you just run into the market and do what you feel like, right? So I would not just be spending 100 days teaching you technical analysis without telling you what it will also take for you to make money, right? Because the goal of getting all this knowledge is because finally you want to do something sustainable. You want to do something sustainable with, you want to get a skill that you can now go. But I'm trying to tell you now, deep down, after catching all this technical knowledge, right, in order to stay long in the game, you must have to create a mindset shift that makes you stay disciplined and patient. Don't be moved by what other traders are doing. It is a personal race. Even if you're in a group, say you're in a group, a fellowship group of traders, and everybody is sharing their own bias, don't be moved by what you see other traders doing, so you don't get affected, right? Have your own personal race. It is very important. If not, you'll be doing nothing but what, wasting your time. So I need you guys to be successful. As you're coming across the trade challenge and you're catching technical analysis, also have this at the back of your mind. That's why I space out 1 or 2 days per week, one time per week, right, to talk about psychology, because I know it is very, very important. Other technical analysts might not see the importance of psychology, right? They're excited just posting out trades. I don't do that. I tell you how it is, the truth. Okay, so have your plan, follow it, right? You will be seeing wrong setups. Why are you seeing wrong setup? Because you have you want to force the trade. You are forcing the trade. You are not seeing structure clearly. It's not clean, but you're drawing lines to just convince yourself you know the proper rules of drawing trend lines that I've taught you. But why? You know that trend lines, you draw it based on swing lows. There must be a break of structure clearly. But now you are drawing trend lines when there's no even break of structure. Why? Because you just want to see. Some people start drawing trend lines like this. Why are you drawing trend line like this? Why? Because you want to see something. You want to just force yourself to see something that, oh, there's a trend line here, market will bounce here. Then you go ahead and start analyzing nonsense, and the market takes you out. You'll be like, oh, then later you now be seeing the structures correctly, right? Avoid this, right? Because losing anyhow affects your psychology. It's better to sit it out and watch a trade that you're not sure of play out. If it plays the right way, wow, you're excited because you know it is going to repeat itself again. Then you can now go ahead and trade it, right? So work on your patience, have a calm mind. If you are having, I think that will be for a space. I think maybe sometime next week I'll organize a space on X where we'll be talking more about psychology and right, handling all those pressures and emotions that comes with trading. We'll talk about that, right? That would be for Space Talk, not on the YouTube, so that I can have people coming out to ask their questions and right and share their experience. So it is very, very important, right? So guys, just like I taught you, follow the rules and stay disciplined to it. Don't be carried away with drawing too much lines on your charts. Just want to do the technical analysis, want to frustrate. If you go simple, right, you come into your 4 hours time frame, you go to your chart, 4 hours, right, you clean the chart, you look at the previous structure market has done. No structure, no change, no trade. You stay patient, let there be a structure for you, let there be liquidity, let there be a point of interest that you take your trade. If it's not there, you are out of the market, look for something else to do. But every time you want to be in the market, every time you want to make market, you will force yourself to start seeing nonsense POIs. You'll be forced to go to smaller time frame and be drawing nonsense, be marking out point of interest that are not valid, right? That are nonsense. A lot of people come here now. I'm sure a lot of people would have come and say this and other block. They might have taken a long position from here, and markets would have taken them out. Why? You're forcing what is not there. These are just noise, right? These are just noise words on higher time frame noise. You're forcing it, then you'll be wiped out, you lose money. Okay, so we should be very, very careful with that. So that'll be all for today. Thank you very much for watching. See you guys on the next one.